Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. So, I'm exhausted, and I know many of you guys are as well. Being a prepper is not for the faint of heart, I should say. Quite frankly guys, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time to prepare yourself, prepare your family, prepare your community. Now, do we give up? No, we keep going at it. Now, it's been a very long week for me. Today is my one and only day off. And I was preparing while I was even at work. Guys, what we have here is the ultimate long-term food storage. All right, this is long-term food, sealed up, 20 plus years. All right, it's rice, beans. Now, what I try to get everyone to do, and I encourage people to do, is to freeze this stuff. Put it in the freezer up to 24 hours. Now, there's plenty of debate on what time. I use 24 hours, I get results. It gets rid of weevils, and that's what I'm shooting for. I read the comments. Weevils is just extra protein. This is what happens with weevils, guys. I had first started my channel, and I had somebody in my group use Ziploc bags, all right, and they did a whole bunch of rice. I think they're doing like cup serving sizes or whatever for one person. And about 6 months to a year later, I forget the actual time, they said they saw something crawling through the Ziploc bags, and it was weevils. Now, with that, the whole protein, extra protein stuff, his rice also changed colors. It had a brown, powdery orange residue all over, I mean, all in the bag. And on my research, and I was sitting there looking at it as could be starch. No, it's bug poop. Yeah. So when weevils eat, and of course they've got to remove stuff out of their system, and it went right in their own food. Yeah. So this is why I tell people to freeze it. I mean, if you're down with eating bug poop, you go right ahead. You do you, I'll do me. Now, what we have here, guys, is 10 pounds of rice. This is one of those 8-pound bags of black beans. This is something that I forgot to mention before. We also stock up a lot of these black beans. Now, when I do this and I freeze it for 24 hours, I use cooking sheets, shake it out, and let it air dry. All right, and it's quite easy to tell. You can just pick them up and you can tell your rice and stuff is air dry. Put it in these containers just for the film alone. Now, guys, we use a lot of Mylar. Mylar lasts a very long time. All right, if it's sealed up correctly. This one here was done last year. Nice brick effect. And all we do is use the sealer. There's no, I mean, there is vacuum sealers for Mylar. If you can get them, awesome. An extra layer of protection. I've never had any issues with these, so this is what we use. We have Wallaby products here today with us. It is an affiliate program, but we only use Wallaby. They make good quality bags. I want to encourage you guys, put food back, all right? Now, these here are the 1 gallon bags. I believe it is a 5 mil on these, compared to they also have a 7 mil and stuff like that. Very simple to do, guys. You fill these things up after they've been dried out, and like I said, air dry. I did have the comment, well, what if I put it in the oven? Well, technically, if you want to get thinking about things, you start putting things in the oven, now you're heating it up to a temperature. Isn't that the same as cooking? I don't put things in the oven to seal up unless I'm doing dehydration, all right? I personally just say, ice it down, all right? Put it in that freezer, freeze the crap out of it for 24 hours, let it air dry, and then bag it up, is what we do. And the same goes with the black beans, all right? We fill them up. These are 1 gallon bags. The rice is 5 pounds each. Like I said, this is an 8-pound bag of black beans. We store all kinds of different beans, kidney beans, lima beans, lentils, split peas. I'm trying to think what we've got. Black beans, navy beans. We store a lot of beans. And quite frankly, guys, it's a meal, all right? If you don't eat beans and you're a prepper, I would recommend trying to give it a shot, mainly because This stuff here, sealed up with an O2 absorber. This is dried out food. You're gonna get 20 years out of this stuff. So, and when it comes to those numbers, guys, it all depends on your storage. All right, how well you store it. Are you storing it in a temperature controlled area? If you are just throwing it out in a barn somewhere and hoping for the best, I do not recommend that. And when it comes to storing your Mylar, I've seen those comments, and I appreciate all comments, and I would like to address them too. If you leave a comment here, I will address it. You need to put your Mylar food in metal trash cans, or else the rats and mice in your home will get to them. My suggestion, if you have rats and mice in your home, that's your first prep situation. Shit hits the fan, you have to deal with. Get rid of it. All right, you do not need to be storing a whole bunch of food if you got a bunch of mice and rice going through your preps. All right, that is a health hazard big time, and it's something that you need to work on getting rid of. Now, you store this stuff out in a barn and stuff, it's out in the open, it's possible that you're going to wind up attracting some rodents and stuff. Mylar, however, I've never really had an issue with it. It seals in the smell, but rodents are rodents. Just telling you right now, if you got rodent problems in your house, you need to fix that first before anything else. You need to take care of that problem before you start stocking up a whole bunch of food, because all you just did was make one giant smorgasbord. As far as getting trash cans, metal trash cans to store your food, apparently these people are not implementing what they're saying. Those that actually prep and do Mylar, stock up food, you know how much room this takes. Now, take all that stuff and buy a whole bunch of metal garbage cans, shove them all in, stack them up against the wall. The entire perimeter of your house on the inside is going to be nothing but garbage cans, stack, 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 stack. So some of the comments I do read, I know is complete falsehood as far as some of the ideas and people saying that they're implementing. I mean, hey, you could probably use Mylar, because I actually had people ask me about bulletproofing your home. I have to see if rice can stop anything. I know sand will. Sandbags work great, but I always wondered if rice could. I hate to waste a whole bunch of rice like I just spilt right there. But pretty dense. Do I actually believe it will stop a bullet? No, I don't. Best thing to do is just keep sandbags on hand, make you a specifically safe room, and fortify that room inside the interior of your house. Kind of like hurricanes and tornadoes, you want to find the center, the most inner part of your home, and that's where you ride it out at. Stay away from the exterior walls and stuff. So that's pretty much what you need to be doing during shit hits the fan. But, you know, make your own decisions on that. All right, let's go ahead and seal this stuff up. Gotta have my coffee though. All right, I like to stage up my bags ahead of time. Each one of these Wallabies to come with a 10-pack of O2 absorber. Since I do not have it set up for 10 bags, I will get the 3 out here. When you go through Wallabies, they send you the appropriate size O2 absorber for the bags you buy. So these are the 1 gallon, so they sent us 400 cc O2 absorbers. You just drop them right on in. Now what I try to do, try to save the other O2 absorbers, squeeze out as much air as possible, and I go ahead and reseal. That way I don't waste the rest of those O2 absorbers. Now, this is how I do this, guys. I'm gonna go ahead, get out of the wire of my mic right there, and we are going to come at an angle on this, and I'll show you why. You're going to seal this up, and I just came at an angle. Reason being, so I'm going to lift the other end up that actually has air still in it. Pinch it tight, and that is where I'm going to seal that. Try to get most of that air out of the system, out of this bag. And then we'll let that thing sit, and eventually it'll brick up. It helps doing that right there. I don't know why, but I found if you stack other things on top of it, it seems to help out a lot more. So anyway guys, very simple process. Again, rice, beans, the stuff lasts very, very long. Keep it in climate controlled temperatures and you're going to be doing just fine. Again, if you don't eat rice and beans, I used to say don't stock it. If you don't, prep what you eat. But honestly guys, you need to be teaching yourself how to eat stuff like this, get in your normal diet, because this stuff right here is a lot of food. 5 pounds of rice can, combined with other foods, can definitely feed your family for a very long time. It's cheap, effective. Don't be a food snob, all right? Start stocking it up. All right, guys, speak to y'all later.